On October 13th, 2014, Jagex released the Ironman game mode in old school RuneScape. For years we've waited for the day when we could finally play Ironman as a group. Finally, Group Ironman is here. With the help of some friends, we plan on tackling the infamous collection log. The goal is simple. Gather one of each rare, clue, and boss reward RuneScape has to offer. As always, this shit'll take a long ass time, but we're always down for a grind. I'm Matt Lighty, and this is The Stockpile. Hey guys, I'm Matt Lighty, and this is episode 2 of The Stockpile, the Group Ironman Progression Series. Last week, we ended off with the completion, or the mostly completion, of Wintertodt. Our account is base set up. We finished most of the Wintertodt skilling boss and minigame, getting our full pyromancer, our tome of fire, all that great stuff. And we set our sights to blowing through a lot of those early level quests, and there are a metric ton. There are about 150 quests in RuneScape, and about 70 of them, well, can basically be described as fetch quests, walking from one place to another. A lot of, dull moments. And I'm not going to show every single quest, because literally some of them are like, hey, go to this guy's castle and bake him a cake. That's a quest, times 70. So we're going to highlight the milestones, honorable moments, and memorable times while questing. And there are some quests that will literally occupy entire episodes, because progressing through them is such a quintessential RuneScape experience, especially as a group. I want to get some fishing levels for Temporos. Now on screen is a picture of Temporos, and to the right of him is what I want, the Tome of Water. The opposite of the Tome of Fire, and Temporos is very much like Wintertodt. It is a skilling boss. You do some fishing, there's a risky element in the minigame itself, and we did this with a group, myself, and some of my teammates. Kenneth!
Oh, she didn't want me to have that lady.
Well, guess she's gonna die. There's like 1,000 people here, Sean.
That's gonna be great.
Oh my god, I just see people on your screen.
Yeah.
Cake.
I definitely need food. I brought one cake though. I probably should have brought more food.
Here, do you want me to treat you some cakes?
It might be okay.
Keep an eye on the waves. He just said that. Does that mean we got a tether or not yet?
Oh, you'll see it, I think. It says it.
The causeway closed in. Okay, now we tether.
The whole screen gets weird. This gives like a lot of cooking experience, actually.
That's really cool, yeah.
What the fuck? 10 flat. Wintertodt Liquid Edition. Is there a tether at top? This is the only tether. Oh, it could in the mast. I didn't see the mast.
Yeah, the math.
Give me my level 10
Harpoon,
Slayer
cool.
by murdering cows.
Yeah, this is how we hurt him, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
what we do. Got it.
Great boss.
That's right. Very good.
Great throwing boss.
I meant. Oh! Tether to the mast! The mast!
He's gonna kill it.
Yeah. That was it?
Oh.
How is this? Oh no, I remember now. So we talked to him.
We talked to him? I'm ready to leave. And then there's a fishing pool
everybody in the
outside.
fishing suits.
And I think there's a pool outside.
Follow the guys in the fishing outfits. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then there's the reward net pool on the side.
We go to the reward net pool.
Oh, just like Trawler. Nice.
I have to get a net.
You have to just talk to the guy next to him, I think.
Take net.
Spur angler.
Net pool. 25 oak, Jesus. Oh, it's more. And some
Raw
raw
herring. I got raw herring and raw mackerel.
Oh my god.
Is there a sash here? There is. Cool.
Fish your loot out of the water. That's great.
Do you like clicking 3 squares in front of you and watching your character run around a building?
Net pool.
So I have the game for you.
Here we go. Come on, casket. And spirit flakes. And planks. And spirit flakes. And casket, finally. Yeah, boy. First casket. I can sit up for this now. Alright. Hoping for something good. Oh! That's so good. That's such a great casket. 12 sapphire necklaces. Fantastic. That is 12 games necklaces. So great. We struggled so much to get one games necklace. Now I just got handed 12 sapphire necklaces. We didn't really want to push the whole Temporos thing now, as it doesn't have the same component as Wintertodt, where it's advantageous to be a lower level. It's quite the opposite. The later you are in Temporos, the better, because you'll get better rewards. So Temporos is something we're just checking out for now, and really just going to come back to when I get much higher fishing level of like 76. That way we can get sharks from it, which is like a good sustainable food in the end game. So after finishing up Temporos, I decided to start my Slayer grind for real. My main purpose in the group is going to be Slayer. And the first task for Slayer is to do the Slayer quest, which is basically killing this big pig. Getting sea drops. He's a chunky monkey, actually. Oh, he ranges you if you stay in range. He hits kind of hard, but so do I. Now, I'll talk about Slayer in a second in this clip, but just want to let you know, when I say my main goal for the group is Slayer, what that entails is getting high-level Slayer gear, supplies, weapon, armor, and everything we need as a group to start doing some group content and bossing. What does Slayer do? Slayer is a skill that revolves around basically being assigned and killing specialty monsters. Arguably, it's like the core of RuneScape combat outside of bossing, but it lets you fight all the fun things and do all the fun things. Kill cool big monsters, get loot. Imagine like in any anime or MMO when you see like you go to town and like there's all those notice like wanted posters or like quests on like the notice board where it's like kill this crazy snake or whatever. Like that's what Slayer is. And one of the most important components of Slayer is prayer. Now I don't need a whole lot of prayer levels, but I do need a little bit of prayer levels. And that little bit of prayer is to get something called overheads. Now we'll talk about that in a minute. But the best way to get that is by getting dragon bones, of which to get a dragon bone I have to kill a dragon. And there are some dragons I can safely kill. Safe spotting is a mechanic in RuneScape that allows you to safely kill something from a distance that allows the enemy to not ever reach you, basically negating the use for food, and it lets you do some lower level setups, and your main resource is time. These things will take a long time to kill. My plan is to safe spot blue dragons to bank their hides for way down the road crafting, but mostly to get the bones, and the bones are what I use to train prayer experience. But I do need a little bit of magic experience, because if I don't have any magic levels, I'm just going to be missing all my hits. So I'm doing something called splashing. Splashing is basically putting on shitty melee gear that tanks my magic accuracy to the point where I actually do not hit. There is a point where you have to get your magic low enough to where you will not hit, and you basically splash on seagulls when seagulls can't hurt you. So you just sit there all day, gaining a very minute amount of experience, which is the amount of experience for casting the spell, even though you're doing no damage. Doing this is a great way to get a lot of early levels in magic, up to about 30 or 40. And you can basically click once every 10 minutes, and you'll just keep casting on a seagull. Still splashing. Okay. Oh, man. What happened? How'd it go? You entertained them? Good. I've got my chips. So I splashed my way to a respectable level, and I headed over to the Taverley dungeon to fight some blue dragons. So after doing like a bunch of the basic free-to-play quests and like Dragon Slayer, I've started to focus on like more specific goals, and one of them is getting 43 prayer. And also, I just got 55 magic. 55 magic is a very, very, very big level for, well, anybody, especially in Ironman. It unlocks the High Alchemy spell. This lets me alch things like rune daggers and turns its shit drop into 4.8k, which is good. This is how you get gold while doing Slayer. I need as much coin as possible, and Slayer is one of the ways to do it, or just killing monsters. But yeah, now I'm doing great. I can do blue dragons. I safe spot them. I have a tile marked on the ground here. You can shift right click to mark tiles. Like you can mark this tile and then unmark it. But I marked this tile because this is where I'm supposed to stand, and I can kill blue dragons pretty much infinitely. I have to buy more obviously air and mind runes since I'm using a fire staff. So since I'm using the baby bitch fire strike, which fire staff gives me a little bit of fire runes, and the air runes I just have to buy, and they're 2 to 1 to mine. They use 2 airs and 1 mine per cast. So I don't know, about 30 casts per dragon, something like that. But anyway, I digress. I'm doing this for dragon bones. Because Dragon Bones is what I'm using to level my prayer, which I'll show you later. I just want to get to 43. 43 means I get to all the protection spells. And then doing a lot of the higher and spookier quests becomes a lot easier. It also makes it so I can start to save spot stuff or just tank things that are, no longer problematic. So these are my goals. At the moment I've got to get about 76 Dragon Bones, which is about 6 to 7 inventories full, because I'm also picking up the blue dragon hides. So yeah, I'm here. It's very chill. It's not a very difficult place to do, and thing to do. It just costs runes to be here in safe spot, but it's nice. After acquiring enough bones to get a decent prayer level, I set those in my bank and I set up to do some basic Slayer. I wasn't really going to bother thinking about my prayer experience and actually doing the grind until I met a task that was worthy of my challenge. So I did a bunch of the low-level Slayer tasks, and those include things like walking hands, or crawling hands, or trolls, or hill giants. Super, super easy, even at my combat. Okay, I've just been doing a bunch more Slayer after all my tasks and stuff, and I got 40 now, which means I can do basilisks, which is, it's like kind of like my first big boy task. I'm kind of getting there. Like, they're better. I'm in the right direction, you know. Stats are going up. Almost 50 attack, too. So we're, the road to 60 attack is and, you know, 55 Slayer is a slow one, but just doing whatever task I get, which at the moment is crawling hands, apparently, which is a shit tier task, but here we are. I even took a brief stint from doing Slayer to do a couple of mini-games, one of which was Soul Wars. Soul Wars is a mini-game that it basically simulates PvP, and I get these loot crates. It's a very unimportant part of the game, but it was nice for some little base supplies. I'll come back here later as well. I'm currently doing Soul Wars for a tutorial because I'm ready for the demonstration. Let's do it. This is like a kind of a similar thing to Wintertot or Temporos, where you get like supply crates, so you can purchase supply crates. So yeah, we'll see what we get. Food, potions, capes, followers. I gotta take my cape off. Okay. But here's the demonstration. It's basically like a team v team minigame where you try to kill each other's avatar type thing. But there's like little things you could do amongst it. Really, you shouldn't start it until like 70 to 80 combat, and I'm like 59. But I'm just gonna kind of choose my way through as much as I can, and well, we'll just see how it goes. All right, so that took about a half hour. I was able to get 1 Spoils of War, which is the crate. Not really a big fan of this minigame, just because you have to be in a clan chat or like some sort of group chat and organized play to really do it. So I can't really do it like casually, but what you can get from these things are pretty insane. You get way high level stuff for what you are. So let's see what I get from this one. So there's a great example of like some insane stuff you get at this level. 30 minutes of effort for this is pretty disgusting. Boom. And boom. Odds of getting something useful pretty fucking high. I'm gonna leave because I don't want to do this anymore, but go back to Slayer. But yeah, I'll see if we get something good. There's a couple things on the table you can hit. Rune items, fish, essence runes, bolts, or the list goes on. Dragon items, technically. We hit, I mean, it's a lot. You get a lot of stuff. 228 natures is a lot of natures. Coal's kind of whatever. Then we hit the small cash table, so that's not very good. Next box is, we hit more natures. We hit a little, the lower coins and more blood runes, which we could technically trade 50 blood runes for 10k at the Mage's Guild, but I'm not there yet. And last crate is, okay, we hit pure essence, which is what I was afraid of, kind of. You get a lot of pure essence from this. If you hit it once, you're pretty much good for a very long time. So I'm pretty much set for pure essence now. So I'm probably done with Soul Wars now after this. The arrows are cool. The bolts are cool. Maybe I'll come back later, but back to Slayer I go. So through the power of God and anime, mostly just doing Slayer, I've gotten my attack level to 60 now. A little bit of strength. Obviously my life points are higher, but I have 60 attacks. So I can use dragon weapons. I didn't do Hero's Quest yet. So I can't get my dragon mace I wanted to get, but I can get a dragon longsword. It just costs, I think, 100,000 from the fairy land of Zenaris, which required the Lost City quest, which I did do. It's very easy to do, but I just have to go get my money. So right now I made myself a bunch of gold bars. Then I cut a bunch of rubies, made them into gold rings, which high elk for like 1.3k or something. So I'm just doing that, and this should give me my 100,000 I need for a dragon longsword, which will be such an upgrade. I'm going from a tier 40 weapon to a tier 60 weapon. And longsword compared to short sword actually is 1 tick slower, so it's a little bit slower, but it hits like, 3 times as hard, so it'll be just a world of difference. And I'll showcase that when I do my next Slayer task, and you'll see when I'm hitting like 15s and shit. And I can also start to train strength now, God bless. I don't have to even touch my attack for a really long time. I'm just going to get my my strength up now to at least 65, maybe 70 even, I don't even know. And the Lost City quest gives you access to Zenaris, the little fairy kingdom. It's a very basic first starter quest. You just safe spot the boss like I've safe spotted everything else in my life. And that's where you get the Drayman staff, which you just have to go to this little room here, and then when you walk in, it automatically teleports you to Zenaris, as long as you have the staff in your hand. And here we are. And there should be a dragon vendor somewhere over here paying the trading tax 1 diamond. Okay, I gotta pay a diamond to get to this fucking door. Kinda bullshit, but whatever. I need my dragon longsword. Here's the bank. On the left side, there's actually a smelter right there and some flour mill right there. 1 diamond, sir. Never been a huge fan of the fairyland. It's full of mushrooms and whimsical fairy things, but there's a really insanely useful form of teleportation that involves the fairy system, called fairy rings, but we'll get into that way down the road. I haven't done the quest and I don't really feel like touching it just yet, so for now I'll just keep slow walking everywhere, looking at my friends, the cows. Hello, cows. Examine. Converts grass to beef. That's kind of dark. Alright, open the door. Pay the tax. How much is the tax? A diamond. Okay. Fuck me, I'm in. Alright, sell a dragon longsword and a dragon dagger. The dagger is 30k. The longsword is 100k. Buy dragon longsword. Oh my god, are you ready? First dragon weapon on the account. I'm very excited. Here we go. And look at that. In all its glory. It's pretty good for training strength. It's not as good as the dragon scimitar, but it's what we got for right now. Worst case scenario, I just fucking elk it. But yeah, so we're gonna go continue our Slayer task, which at the moment is Crawling Hands. And for that, we have to head over to the land of Mauritania, the Swamplands. Okay, here are Crawling Hands. This is my Slayer task. I previously would hit, like, I don't know, top end an 8 on them, so I'm curious what I'm going to be hitting now. 11. It's pretty fucking hot. I like 11. You can see it is slower, though, right? Like, I'm attacking slower, but just way more damage overall. Still such an upgrade to my DPS. Also, it's my first weapon I have that has a special. 12. Oh, shit. Special does 15% more damage if I click it. So I can click the special to prime it. If I click the boss, boom. So it looks like. Look at that. I don't know if I could one-shot a glove. I'll try though. That was a bat. Alright, fair enough. Okay, so I'm in the wilderness right now, which is a terrifying, terrifying place because of people like him. And I'm here because I'm trying to go to the Chaos Altar. This is a place that is deep in the wilderness that gives you like 3 or 4 times the experience you get for bearing a bone by, by using it on this altar. Now, getting there, a little bit sketchy. I use these obelisks that are placed all around the land. They randomly teleport you to places. This one's good enough. There's the Chaos Altar, so you want to get this one or you want that one. They're both pretty okay. And, yeah, then it's just like a straight shot run over. The entire time, though, pretty much you just are on pins and needles that someone's going to kill you because you want to go there with noted bones. You can actually unnote them on somebody who's outside the thing, and then basically just let you sit there for a while and get a bunch of prayer experience. So let's walk there first, and I'll show you what it's like. But I've got my finger on the trigger, so I could do that pretty much and just like panic log if I see anybody who logs in with a white dot. Because if someone has a white dot, that means they're coming to me, probably trying to PK me. I've got like 40 dragon bones, and I've got like 160 big bones. This is the church. It's very spooky being here. There's the monk. Looks like nobody's here, so I think we're okay. I think I just used the bones on the Chaos Druid. He charges coins for exchanging. I have made a mistake. Okay, we're taking the North Obelisk now to get to Lower Wilderness. So we can now come back with some coin. 50 coin per note. So I bring like 2k or something. Okay, I've got money. And we use the Clan Wars teleport. It puts you at this, it's a safe spot. It's like an oasis in the middle of the wilderness. It's where last man standing is, which is another minigame we'll look at eventually in life. But more importantly, this barrier is what gets you out of here. Might give you a heads up. Yada, 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 yada. Yes, and don't ask again. Okay, we're almost at the door. We're so close. Is there anybody here at the moment? First glance, I don't see anybody. But my butthole is puckered. Nope, looks like it's just us. Okay, Dragon Bones on the Chaos Druid. Exchange Dragon Bones. Oh, it's 50 coins per. Oh my god, that's so expensive then. Alright, well I misunderstood yet again. Okay, so we just gotta come back with... I don't know what to do here. Well, let's see how far this gets us. I'm going to show you as an example what this looks like. You get 252 experience per bone, so it's a lot of experience. The goal is to get to level 43. That's protect from melee. I might just have to make the walk a couple times with full inventories. Also, good to note, you should close the door behind you, because then people can't just run the fuck inside. 39, that should be protect from mage, I think. Am I lagging? What was that? Not using the bones for a while there? Oh, it was just giving me free bones for a really long time there. That was wild. Anyway, let's just try walking down, see if walking down's safer. Alright, round 3. This is the one I like the most. I feel like it's the safest entry to, like, the altar. The only spooky part is this first part where you're walking past the dragons. Alright, we've made it to our altar. No one is here. Let us enter. And of course, close the door behind us. It's a safety measure. Oh. Okay, and let's start the show with our dragon bones. Let's see how many freebies we get. I love the thing that it gives you great experience, but also the Lord spares your sacrifice, but still rewards you. So we get free experience. I haven't even used the fucking dragon bone yet. It's kind of disgusting. 43 is the goal. If you can hit it with this inventory, that'd be pretty huge. I think I probably can. RNG depending, so fingers crossed. Chaos Altar is just... It's just a godsend, basically. Always got the finger on the log out. Oh, see? A white dot popped up. I think he was chill. Yeah, he was chill. He was just hopping worlds. But you never know if the guy's scouting. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could be scouting for a friend. He popped in and opened the door and ran. Boom. Protection from melee. So good. Let's just close this door up real quick. We'll use the last for a big bone. So 50 per big bone. Still not bad. Definitely going to use them here if I can. I mean, it adds up. Again, you get the freebies, you get the big bones. Big bones are acquired from a lot of things in the game, like ogres even, so I don't really mind a little bit of extra effort to get a little bit of extra experience. Basically, it's 5 big bones equals 1 dragon bone, so whenever you're out, and I have less than 3 items, so I come here like this, you could actually just click the Wine of Zamorak, and it'll do damage to you. 2 damage, I think, per click, and you can just spam click it, and then just basically kill yourself, and then you'll just, be in Lumbee, and instead of having to teleport out or go look for the shrine and come back, this is just a fast way of just committing literal seppuku. But I got protection prayers now, finally. Overhead in full. I've got protect from mage, bam, bam. Got protect from range, bam, bam. And I've got protect from mage, bam, bam. For now, I'll get to 45 and I'll pretty much be done until I want to make a push for 60 or 70. I lost the clip for Heroes Quest, so I need you to describe it for me.
Am I allowed to cheat a little bit?
You could, yeah, just like, go off your Vegas.
I need a quick refresher.
You have to fish the eel or something?
Yeah. So you have to steal a phoenix feather.
Yeah.
Fish an eel.
Yeah.
And become a master thief. Well, we completely skip the part where you grab the ice gloves by fighting some frozen asshole.
Okay, so I just finished my last task, which was Ice Warriors. Got to do it with my brand new dragon mace. It feels fucking great, but I am now 70 combat, which is because I've been getting my defense up a little bit. I gotta get to that 50 defense so I can go back to attack and strength. But I will say I'm 70 combat, which means I can technically access a new Slayer Master. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to go grab my first Slayer task from Shaldir, which is a huge huge jump up in difficulty probably, but higher enemies, more experience, more Slayer experience, better loot, Papa John's. And because Shaldir is Little Fairy Lady, we're going back to Xanaris, which means I have to bring my Draymond Staff, go back to Lumbridge, walk over to the Swamplands, and, walk into the spooky house. There are some shit tasks you can give me, but overall, I hopefully get some good things. I'm kind of done fighting shitter low-level mobs, so I want to fight something bigger, better. Alright, so where the fuck is she? Shelder. Here's Shelder. See what we get as our first task. Holy shit! A metric ton of blue dragons I have to kill. 167. I mean, that's great prayer, great crafting eventually, but I Well, there you have it. That is episode 2 of the stockpile. Minimal progress has been made for the absolute goal, but let's be honest, these first couple episodes will be a lot of setup. Like we said, 150 plus quests in RuneScape. Some of them can take weeks, if not months, to progress towards as far as getting the prerequisites. But I have my own challenges ahead of me. I have a Slayer task and a monster of one, and this is just the beginning of Slayer tasks. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll catch you in the next episode of the stockpile. I'll see you guys next time. Lighty out.